Please stand for the presentation of colors. You may be seated.
Good early and glorious morning. My name is Jody Gist, and I am the Executive President of the Student Government Association. This is the day that the Lord has made. We will rejoice and be glad in it. I am so proud of all of us here today. All the stereotypical things that are normally conveyed at graduations come to mind of how we pulled many late nights and hard days. We have truly overcome tough personal and academic challenges, feelings, and moments. Yet, we survived group projects while learning to work well with others and managed to submit assignments at 11:59 p.m. just before the deadline. But we did it. Someone once told me no one truly sees how hard you work except yourself. Do not let a lack of recognition triumph over honorable integrity. Keep working hard and be reminded it will return tenfold. Moving forward, we will rise to various challenges in a variety of learning environments, whether secondary education, sports, the military, or the workforce. Some of us already think we have our whole life planned, while some of us don't know exactly what to eat after this graduation today. And honestly, both are okay. Let's take our unshakable foundation, which is grounded by outstanding teachers, loving parents or guardians, and valuable lessons into our next opportunities. Today, sit back, reflect, and be present in this final moment as soaring eagles. As I understand it, adulting is coming, and I've heard it's real. Uncertainty lies ahead, but one thing is certain: we made it here together. Every lesson, setback, victory, laugh, every teacher and person who pushed us and believed in us helped us to shape this moment. Class of 2026, never forget where you started, never doubt your potential, and never stop believing in your God-given life purpose. Continue to soar higher, dream bigger, and walk confidently into your future. Congratulations.
Good morning, Golden Eagles, and welcome again. My name is Cherie Lewis, and I am the proud principal of Eagles Landing High School. That's right, you can clap. Now, before we begin this commencement celebration, I would like to take the opportunity to welcome the following distinguished guests to witness the Eagles Landing legacy of greatness. Joining us this morning, we have Superintendent of Henry County Schools, Dr. John Pace III, Deputy Superintendent of Accountability, Student Achievement, and School Improvement, Mrs. Tamarian McQuarrie, Chief Officer of Human Resources and Services, Dr. Carl Knowlton, and lastly, Assistant Superintendent of the Best Area, Area 3, Mr. Kevin Vantone. Thank you all so much for joining us this morning. Our ceremony will follow the order as printed in the program. So without further ado, I call to the podium Ms. Tycee Sharp, followed by Ms. Milani Fletcher.
Good morning, family, staff, and most of all, the class of 2026. Congratulations to each and every single one of us. My name is Tycee Sharp, and I have the honor of serving as your Student Government Executive Vice President. Today, we celebrate hard work, perseverance, and resilience. Each of us has faced challenges, big and small, and yet, here we stand, stronger, wiser, and ready to step into the next stage of our lives. This moment is a blessing, yes, but it is merely a chapter in the story of who we are and who we are becoming. Over the past years, we have matured not only physically, but our minds have grown as well. We have learned lessons that have shaped our character, our values, and our goals. Every challenge we face and every obstacle we overcame has prepared us for the next step. A quote that I once heard that stuck with me was, "It always seems impossible until it is done." And it is true. Whatever goal you set or whatever challenge you face may feel overwhelming, but with perseverance, faith, and persistence, you can achieve it. Through it all, one thing will always remain constant. God will guide us, strengthen us, and carry us through times when we doubt ourselves, question our path, and face uncertainty. Philippians 4:13 reminds us, "I can do all through Christ who strengthens me." Let this truth guide you as you move forward. No fear, no doubt, and no challenge is too great when you keep your trust in Him and your determination strong. Because we have made it this far, we can only reach higher. As we step out into the real world, we need to do it right. Be a leader. Make choices that reflect your values and carry yourself with purpose and dignity. When you step into new environments, hold your head high, not out of arrogance, but with confidence in your ability to accomplish anything that you set your mind to. With that confidence and courage, we can pursue all that we hope for and all that we aim to achieve. Class of 2026, the world is waiting for us. Step forward with faith, strength, and determination, knowing that the best is only ahead. Congratulations, and may we continue to shine brightly now and always.
Good morning, parents, faculty, staff, and the class of 2026. I am Gabrielle Phillips, your class vice president, and it is an honor to stand before you today. We've joined together today to celebrate the accomplishments, memories, and journey of our graduating class. At this time, it is my privilege to introduce someone who has not only demonstrated outstanding academic achievement, but has also shown dedication, perseverance, and remarkable character throughout his high school career. Krish Pathak is a student whom I've had the pleasure of going to school with since 8th grade. I've had the opportunity to witness firsthand the exemplary student he has been for the last 5 years. Aside from his academic accomplishments, Krish has also known for his humor, good looks, special thanks to his parents. He is a student able to crack jokes for a whole class period and still finish his assignment before you. Being assigned to sit in front of him in AP World Geography had to be one of the top 10 most unserious moments in my life. I'm sure his parents, family, and friends are beyond proud of him and the young man he has become today. While balancing his social life and school life, he was able to maintain an almost perfect GPA. So to honor him today, please join me in welcoming our salutatorian, Krish Pathak, to deliver his address.
Good morning. Thank you for those kind words, Gabby. Everyone, teachers, parents, friends, the class of 2026, and most importantly, to all my day ones. It's honestly crazy that we are finally here. I know that we all remember that awkward first day walking to the Commons, trying to figure out when we'd head to our classes. For the longest time, graduation felt like one of those things that people just talked about, and then all of a sudden, it became our reality. Suddenly, we are sitting here today, wearing our caps and gowns, getting ready to take pictures every 5 seconds, and acting like we know what life actually has in store for us. Some of us do, some of us do not. Now, before I continue, I know that everyone expects graduation speeches to go a certain way. Usually something like, chase your dreams, and the future lies in your hands. Or some other corny quote. Or a talk about COVID, even though that was 6 years ago. And don't get me wrong, all that stuff matters. But I'm not gonna stand up here and pretend life becomes a fairy tale the second we graduate. Realistically, after this, many of us will go out with our families and then think about all the memories we've made over the past 4 years. High school has been weird in the best way possible. And for anyone in the crowd who hasn't experienced it yet, it's really not like the movies. Besides the food fight we had in junior year. Outside of that, we've all had our moments where we told ourselves, I'll do it later, knowing very well that just meant calculating if our grade could go without doing an assignment. Or preparing a story about how our Wi-Fi went out. Well, I guess we didn't have to pretend when our school system got hacked in our sophomore year and we had to live through our parents' shoes, just with pencils and paper. But somehow, after all the stress and awkward presentations, who would have guessed we made it? And look around, clearly you all showed up, even if some of us weren't exactly on time. And that's where I have to take a second, because standing here, I realize that none of this could be possible alone. I want to start by shouting out my family, my mom for being my #1 supporter, my dad for turning me into the man I've become, and my brother for being my mentor. Additionally, my grandparents and uncles for their consistent affirmations. Despite being asked to keep shadow stubble, I can't go without thanking my brothers for always having my back on my bad days. Efimena for those late night delusions. Alex for showing me what real commitment looked like. Ian and Toby for the confidence. And Adil for always keeping it real with me. Over these last 4 years, I think we all have learned that nobody has everything figured out. Not students, not seniors, and not even adults. Especially adults. So, if there's anything I can end on, I would say you don't need to have your entire life figured out right now. Just keep moving forward, taking shots at opportunities, and keep good people around you. If you want, I can make the final ending even funnier to speech shorter. Just kidding, I didn't use ChatGPT. Congratulations, class of 2026, we did it!
Good morning, faculty, families, friends, and fellow graduates.
My name is Milani Fletcher, and I served as this year's senior class treasurer. Throughout high school, it has been a pleasure to get to know Adil. So it is truly my honor to introduce this year's valedictorian, Adil Bongi. Throughout his years of school, Adil has distinguished himself not only through exceptional academic achievement, but through the dedication, leadership, and character with which he carries with himself every day. As a member of National Honor Society, Beta Club, and Mu Alpha Theta, he has consistently pursued excellence with both discipline and determination. With an outstanding GPA, Adil has set an example of hard work and perseverance for all of us. Yet what makes him especially deserving of this recognition is not just his achievements, but the modesty and determination that he brings to those around him. I feel even more honored to stand here this morning because I've had the privilege of knowing Adil since we started off as Flippin' Falcons. I witnessed firsthand the person he has become today, someone who is not only intelligent, but genuinely funny and hardworking. From breakout rooms over quarantine to AP classes, I noticed how Adil has always found a way to make those around him laugh. Those moments are just as memorable as any achievement. I would also like to recognize the real reason behind his success, his incredible support system. I would like to say a special congratulations to his parents and brother, whose encouragement and unwavering support helped guide him every step of the way. The pride that you must feel today is certainly well-deserved. As Adil begins to prepare his next chapter of his academic journey at Georgia Institute of Technology, there is no doubt that he will continue to pursue excellence. Please join me in congratulating and welcoming our valedictorian, Adil Bongi.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. In the name of God, the most merciful, the most compassionate. Good morning, everybody. I looked it up before writing the speech, and apparently 85 to 88% of people in the United States graduate high school. So statistically, most of us are probably going to end up here anyways. Which is why I'm not going to stand here and act like this is the peak of human existence. It's graduation. Yes, it matters. But it's also just life moving forward like it always does. So don't worry, I'm not gonna hold you hostage and keep you here for long. First though, thank you to everybody who came this morning. Family, friends, relatives, teachers. I mean, some of y'all really had to wake up on a Wednesday, call off of work, sit through traffic, and find parking just to watch us walk across stage for like 6 seconds max. I appreciate that for real. And honestly, my high school experience probably wasn't what people imagine when they think of a valedictorian speech. I mean, most of high school, I wasn't really at school like that. You guys know that. So I can't really get up here and give a speech about grinding every second of the day, waking at 4 a.m., or overcoming impossible odds. Most of the time, if I'm keeping it real with you, I just wanted to go home, and I wish high school would end from day one. And repeating that same cycle of work, gym, eat, sleep, and repeat for 4 years led to this moment right here. But what made high school memorable was the people. Shout out to my homies inside and outside of high school for making life fun. The homies from school, shout out Krish, Ian, Toby. The homies from the gym, the random late night conversations, the jokes, the arguments over dumb stuff, playing Minecraft, sending reels during class. All of that made the days go by way faster. And shout out to my family too, I know you're watching. Thank you for the support, the patience, the advice, the prayers, and everything behind the scenes that people don't really notice. I think what's funny about graduation is everybody expects some deep final message at the end. But honestly, life is still gonna continue like normal tomorrow. I mean, people still gotta wake up early. We still gotta wake up early. The bills still exist. Come on, we gotta pay the bills still. And worst of all, traffic on I-75 is still gonna be terrible. The only difference now is we move on to whatever's next. And I think that's enough. Congratulations, class of 2026. And thank you.
So that deep, meaningful message he's talking about, I guess I'll give it. So at ELHS, we say, we are one family, one focus, and one flight. Well, today I am honored to see our Eagles soar. As I started preparing this speech, I was told you can boast, but not too much, so be humble. And being obedient to the Spirit, I listened. But students, parents, and family members, I want you to brag loudly. I want you to scream, and I want you to clap about the accomplishments for the class of 2026. As of this morning, our scholars have earned $9,653,998 in scholarship offers. Additionally, we have 86 seniors who have earned the distinction of wearing the cords of Latin honors. Now, the distinction of cum laude is awarded to those students who have maintained a GPA of 3.63 to 3.79. Will these students please stand to receive the recognition that is due? Thank you. The distinction of magna cum laude is awarded to those students who have maintained a GPA of 3.80 to 3.99. Will those students please stand? Thank you. Lastly, the highest Latin honor distinction is summa cum laude, and it is awarded to those students who've maintained an overall GPA of 4.0 and above. We have a total of 49 graduating seniors who have earned this honor. Will these students please stand? Thank you. Now, our Eagle Scholars are students who have taken at least one honors course or an AP or dual enrollment course each year since entering high school. Will my Eagle Scholars please stand to be recognized? Thank you. Will all members of Beta Club and National Honor Society please rise? There is greatness at the landing. Now, all pathway completers in the areas of CTAE, Fine Arts, World Language, and NJROTC, please stand. You may be seated. Since 1993, the state of Georgia has awarded the Hope Scholarship to seniors who've maintained an academic GPA of 3.0 or higher with the completion of 4 rigor courses. Eagles Landing has 147 students who are preliminary Hope Scholarships, which is an increase of over 17 students from the previous year. Will all of my preliminary Hope Scholarship recipients please rise? Now, at Eagles Landing, we believe everybody deserves to shine. We have 7% of our students who will attend a 2-year college, 60% will attend a 4-year college or university, 12% will attend a technical school, 8% will enter the workforce, and 5% will enter the military. So all students, please stand so you can be recognized this morning. You may be seated. Now, if you would please indulge me, I would like to be serious for a moment. At this time, I would like for all of us to observe a moment of silence for 2 Eagles who have gave their wings too soon, Ms. Sinai Parker and Mr. Kenneth Collier. Thank you. And while these angels have ascended, their memories have grown in our hearts. Graduates, today is far more than a ceremony. It is a milestone, a celebration, and a declaration that you are ready for whatever comes next. Today represents years of learned lessons and goals accomplished. And as you walk across this stage for those 6 seconds that Adil talked about, you carry with you not only a diploma, but the story of who you are and the incredible potential of where you are going. But as important as today is, I need you to understand something clearly. This should not be the greatest moment in your life. This is only the beginning, because I promise you the best is yet to come. There will be moments ahead that will exceed your imagination, and one day you'll realize that graduation was not the peak of your journey. It was simply the runway preparing you to take flight. So as you prepare for this journey, I want each of you to remember that your future is greater than your current view. Sometimes we limit ourselves because we only see what's directly in front of us, and we allow fear and uncertainty to convince us to think small. But you were not created to think small. You were created to dream and leave your mark on this world. Some of you will become educators, entrepreneurs, and community changers. And some of you are still trying to figure out your path in life, and that is perfectly fine. Life is not always about having all the answers immediately. Sometimes it is about having enough faith to take the next step. Jeremiah 29:11 says, "For I know the plans that I have for you, plans to prosper you and not harm you, plans to give you hope and a future." Now this scripture is a reminder that your future is not empty. It is filled with purpose. There are doors waiting to open for you and opportunities waiting to find you. So never allow temporary uncertainty to make you doubt your permanent potential. Next, I want you to remember to continue growing even after you leave the nest. Graduation does not mean that you have arrived. It means that you are prepared to continue learning on a higher level. So continue to challenge yourself. The world changes constantly, and the people who thrive are the ones who learn to evolve. Don't settle for doing just enough. Show up in time. Work hard even when nobody is watching. Carry yourself with integrity. Be respectful. And most importantly, have some pride in who you are and where you come from. Never stop believing in your ability to become more than you are today. Philippians 1:6 says, "Be confident in this. He who began a good work in you will carry it to completion." This means your story is not over. There are still chapters waiting to be written. The last thing is to remember success means very little if you forget to value people. So as you pursue your dreams, never lose your compassion, your ability to encourage others, and your humility. Titles and money and recognition are wonderful accomplishments, but character always matters more. Be the person who uplifts others. Be the person who leads with kindness and walks confidently without making others feel small. Never forget the people who shape you, your parents, your grandparents, your teachers, your coaches, your mentors, and friends. None of us arrive at success alone. Class of 2026, today you leave this place with memories that will last forever. You leave with lessons that will guide you. You leave with pride in your accomplishments and excitement for your future. But above all else, leave knowing that you are capable of extraordinary things. So walk boldly in your future. And wherever life may take you, always remember that Eagles Landing is one family, one focus, and one flight. Now let's get to the good part. On behalf of the faculty of Eagles Landing High School, I hereby certify that these students have met the attendance requirements, Carnegie unit requirements, and state assessment requirements for receiving a high school diploma as prescribed by the State of Georgia Board of Education, and request that these students be granted such diploma.
Thank you, Ms. Lewis. Good morning. Let's run it back one more time for the graduates of the class of 2026. Now, before I do this, I see those fans fanning. with the programs. And I'm wondering where those fans at, but not the song for Boots on the Ground. I'm wondering where the fans at for these graduates of 2026. So on the count of 3, I need you to give the loudest cheer. I need you to fan out for the graduates of the class of 2026 at Eagles Landing High School. 1, 2, 3. I'm looking at our graduates 2026. I'm looking at these Eagle Landing High School graduates, and I think they said that was good, but they want great. Fan out one more time, and I need great on the count of 3. 1, 2, 3. That works. Under the authority vested in me by the Henry County Board of Education, having found that these students have met the attendance requirements, Carnegie Unit requirements, state assessment requirements for receiving a high school diploma as prescribed by the State of Georgia Board of Education, I hereby grant these students high school diplomas and declare them graduates of Henry County Schools.
You'll come on this side.
Adele Bongi. Adele Bongi. Krish Kumar Pathik. Elijah King Mackay Aaron. Caden Lamar Abrams. Christian Javon Adams. Gavin Jeremiah Adams. Corian Philip Adderley. Sydney Odeoye Ihoma Adinka. Ia Irom Ingrid Agbovi. Hannah Sophia Aguilar Flores. Miles David Gray Akinlowton. Noah Centrell Jacob Akins. Milani Trishelle Alias. Benny Lee Allen IV. Chase Anthony Allen. Faith Amaria Allen. Jaheim Lewis Allen. Sean Monte Allen Jr. Nyla Patricia Eileen. Francis Cabana Clayman Amunu. Lakaria Lynette Anderson. Michaela Zakia Anderson. Mishan Benny Anderson. Luke Nathaniel Aris. Ananya Augustine. Brando Avalos Martinez. Taimanian Amir Bacon. Taylor Desiree Baggett. Kayla Cyan Bailey. Keon Malik Bailey. Amari Wakel Ball. Fred Livio Bamsek Bakebeck. Denisha Renee Banks. Winston Bernard Banks Jr. Jaden David Barner. Beautiful Sherrianne Barnett Allen. Madison Renee Beavers. Brandon Becerra Garcia. Antoine Marquise Becknell. Jamila Marai Bell. Ayakunle Alamedu Pupu Bello Jr. Vanessa Bernal. Jacob Andrew Betker. Xavier Lewis Beverly. Sierra Sherelle Billingsley. Lamar Jeremiah Blackman II. Nyla Ajane Blow. Jaden Layla Blythe. Titus Darren Boone Jr. Jayla Tiana Bole. Markel Kamar Boykin. Riley Cash Brewer. Keith Alexander Brotherson Jr. Anthony Carlos Brown. Calvin Henry Brown Jr. Kayla Shanalee Brown. Deja Amor Brewster. Yasinia Lisette Bryant. Anaya Corinne Burnside. Bradley Joseph Butler. Michael Isaiah Cage. Caden Raheem Kamara. Josiah Jordan Campbell. Kamari Javon Campbell. Corbin Alberto Campos Lopez. Anaya Zael Carter. Raymond Maurice Carter III. Beverlyn Yamilix Castillo Lima. Bazba Chavaleth. Mike Chicomborero Chipurero. Dante Lorenzo Clayton Jr. Dalen Elijah Cobbs. Danielle Hannah Mariah Cofield. Christian Kai Cole. Kobe Taj Cole. Cameron Simone Collins. William Avery Collins. Destiny Latrice Colton. Nicholas Christopher Colvin. Cortavius Zyshawn Marquise Compton. Inala Lucianne Consulate. Gianni Caden Consulate. Christian James Timothy Cooper. Jaden Amir Kopij. Nava London Cosby. Kamari Keon Couch. Jaden Kavan Cowens. Taylor Michelle Crawford. Kristen Dolores Cunningham. Layla Samaria Damon. Anaya Denise Daniel. Jamari O'Neill Davenport. Janelle Sanaya Davis. Maya Isabella Davis. Nija Danielle Davis. Terrell Kian Davis. Amy Juliana De La Cruz Matos. Victoria Simone Deere. Dieri DePaul de France. Kayvon Kyler Dennis. Kylan Devon Dennis. Taylor Renee DeChazier. Amber Denise Amani Devon. Devin James Dewberry. Adwin Hosmia Diaz. Aaliyah Nicole Dixon. Jerry DeVoris Dixon Jr. Jimena Dominguez. Alexander Che Doncor. Kylie Marie Dorsey. Awa Sani Drame. Isaiah Anthony Dyson. Jolyn Capone Edwards. Mackenzie Imani Edwards. April Ann Evans. Alex Clifford Evat.
Zari Mackenzie Falana. Ariana Elizabeth Farrar Moore. Caitlin Marie Fitzhugh. Madison Kamor Fitzhugh. Symphony Nakaya Devon Fleming. Milani Dolores Angelica Fletcher. Justin Christopher Flournoy, Jr. Awa Nicole Fafana. Stefan Dante Foreman, Jr. Paula Fonseca. Rishani Amir Ford. Deandra Lamar Foster II. Nicholas Correll Foster. Kimani Mikhail Fowler. Laurel Marquise French, Jr. Tia Deshae Robin Gaines. Isabella Rose Gaeta. Megan Gabriella Gaither. Aiden Alexander Gamble. Thomas Otis Gamble. Sarah Gao. Rogelio Garcia Gonzalez. Lauren Joyce Gaskin. Avery Jermaine Jims. Santoya Michaela George. Alicia Lynette Golston. Jaden Nathaniel Gilbert. Noah Douglas Gilliam. Jody Christina Gist. Zakara Lee Givens. Aiden Sacha Gonzalez. Hector Alexis Gonzalez Gomez. Aaron Kevin Gordon. Dakota LaShawn Gordon. Malaysia Murray Graham. Jillian Glenn Grant. Omari Greenwood. Maria Rochelle Greer. Anaya Sharnice Griffin. Malik Jamal Hand. Tamara Yolanda Hanner. Darius Nicholas Hargrove. Anaya Elise Harris. Charles Edward Harris III. Janaya Janelle Harris. Kari Lorenzo Harris. Quintavia Lachey Harris. Tiana Talasia Hatcher. Chloe Khalees Head. Gabriel Jamal Van Henderson. James Lamar Henry II. Kai Madison Henry. Casey Hernandez. David Luis Herrera Jr. Lynette Herring. Ayana Regina Haywood. Zari Gabri Holland. Zaria Gabri Holland. Jada Marie Danielle Holmes. Dube Epe Muna Home. Jalen Terrell Hood. Jalen Marquise Hopkins. Carmen Corin House. Craig Stevenson Hudson. Caleb Micah Hunt. Aaron Hunter III. Tiana Leasia Hunter. Christian Sang Win. Efamina Leslie Scott Imara. Ronald Timothy Isidore III. Ariel Jordan Jackson. Nikoi Tamar Jackson. Zamaya Amaje James. Dinsley John Baptiste. Dakari Makai Jennings. Jahari James Jimerson. Jordan DeJuan Johnson. Ron Giovanni Johnson Jr. Brian Kendrick Jones. Christian Deshaun Jones. Emery Corday Jones. Jaden Martez Jones. Maya Michelle Jones. Cedric Antoine Jordan Jr. Melody Faye Joseph. Judkins. Darmirato Karam Thoti. Genesis Victoria Kennedy. Hafsa Nasir Khan. Unique Jakayla Kinsey. Davion Montrell Knight. Ryan Brendan Knight. Patrick LaShawn Knott Jr. Alea Madison Cornegay. Bailey Madison Lackey. Morgan Marie Lafayette. Giselle Lene. Amai Sine Lassiter. Nina Chuang Lee. Dante Paul Lee. William Gregory Lee. Lucilina Leon. Anira Kanaya Lewis. Ashan Kimani Lewis. Cameron Alexander Lewis. Logan Renee Lewis. Ty Lawrence Lofton. West London V. Jesus Antonio Lopez. Sakayla Sanai Laurie. Shamar Ryan Love. Aiden Alexander Lamar Lowe. Harmony Renice Lowry. Tehran LaRue Luster. Shamar Dearsey Mabry. Sashinka Maciel. Christopher Horace Madden III. Anthony Drayshawn Mason Jr. Wesley Antonio Mathis. Brianna Micaiah Matthew. Taurus Davis Maxey. Elliot Balliard Mayi. Sinai Isis McClary Smith. Camille Elise McCoy. Paige Cheyenne McCray. Amari Deshawn McGee. Dewan Deshawn McIntosh Jr. Joannis Alexis McLean. Kashawn Antonio McQueen. Alana Hope Stephanie Meter. Viaria Shafo Mihari. Takias Yeshua Melton Ross. Kate Ilana Mendez Hernandez. Christian Alexander Miller. Darius Alamude Miller. Deja Ayana Miller. Kirsten Michaela McKenzie. Kyle Alexander Mitchell. Kristen Janelle Mobley. Nala Mohammed. Kanan Raphael Monroe. Antoinette Lee Montgomery. Joey Durant Moore Jr. Andy Manuel Morales. Elijah Raphael Moran. Dylan Antonio Morel. Adriana Paige Mosley. Lionel Roy Muwako Mbimbo. Emi Naples. Marley Brielle Naughton. Jalen Khalil Nelson. Kayla Annalie Nimhard. Raina Samaya Nidera Nicholas. Yoselin Renee Norellis. Alyssa Janet Desiree Northampton. Daryl Dewan Norwood Jr. Kuweku Mireku Odame Adams. Cameron Deshaun Ogletree. Kyle Imarian Oliver. Kalia Mackenzie Oliver Harper. David Abiajulu Odar. Jabari Zaire Hacker. Alexia Ellen Palmer. Mina Katrina Parker. Cole Andre Parrish. Kateria Lorraine Pate. Ian Sanjay Patel. Gia J. Patel. Isaiah Patterson. Kirsten Marley Peacock. Gabrielle Andrea Phillips. Amari Neil Pitchford. Cohen Asher Hope. Janelle Victoria Porter. Melissa Teresa Porter. Kaylin Nishan Pounds Jr. Cameron Carter Predestined. Mackenzie Danielle Priester. Kingston Drew Prophet. Rantavius Lamonte Pyant. Kalia J.K. Randall Payton. Jamar Raphael.
Skylar Rose Reese Jones. Naya Jade Rhodes. Gerard Staphael Giovanni Richmond. Jada Kennedy Ridley. Destiny Lee Cole Rivas. Troy Joseph Rivera Rodriguez. Sol Samara Tashra Robinson. Talea Elise Robinson. Darius Preston Rogers. Layla McCall Rogers. Antonella Rodriguez. Camila Rodriguez. Marco Antonio Rosas Nieto. Casimir Montreal Ross. Delijah Karma Rue. Camila Maela Sagastume. Natalia Lourdes Sagastume. Rylan Emmanuel Americo Sanabria. Azion Jaman Sanders. Scotland Deanne Sanders. Diamond Tayana Scott. Ned Donnell Scott III. Omari Braylon Sebastian. Kiana Jada Seltzer. Michelle Erza Serrano. Naye Ivory Sessoms.
Nadia Isabel Shands. Charles Richard Shannon, Jr. Tycee Raquel Sharp. Felicia Omoterera Olusewe Favor Sharonke. Jaden Simpson. Jalen Samad Simpson. Cassius Kishan Sims. Elijah Daniel Sims. Anthony Ross Singletary. Deja Ariana Sloan. Zanaya Ashley Marie Smalls. Anaya Naomi LaRae Smith. Charles Smith. Douglas Xavier Smith. Jaden Amari Smith. Jordan Tyree Smith. Rodrisha Aaliyah Smith. Alexander Adrian Soto. Jada Wilnaya Stargill. Kamoya Tierra Stevens. Nyla Denise Stinson. Andre Bashan Stroud. Jaden Q. Stubbs. Kiera Nicole Teague. Javon Markeith Thomas. Robin Tisma. Ronby and Jellington Tisma. Haley Rain Trumbore. Christopher Walter Turner. Obina Toby Uganabu. Derek Chukunsu Okachu. Isaac Ariostegu. Christian Brent Vialva. Morangeni Martha Vincent. Chase Matthew Walker. Zoe Nicole Walker. Imani Wow. Alex Walters. Elijah Darius Ward. Tyreek Khalil Ward. Kyrie Rashad Ware. Landon Watkins. Michaela Ariana Weaver. Branija Camilla Westbrook. Tanisha Ishay Whitus. Zion Jeremiah Whitfield. Jasnet Renee Whitaker. Eva Simone Wiggins. Amari Marzell Williams. Brianna Marie Williams. Sydney Michelle Williams. Devondre Christopher Williams. Kyla LaShawn Williams. Makai Sharif Williams. Zakira Leanne Williams. Sky Selena Williams Bay. Jaheim E. Williamson. Andre Jurgen Willis. Taylor Michelle Willis. Nathan J. Wilson. Mitchell Andrew Wood. Isaiah Anthony Wortham. Logan Naomi Wright. Janiyah Michelle Yates. Jair Isaiah Young. Demaje Destiny Nevaeh Zachary. Jairo Sambriel Zarate. Aiden Brennan Young. And Tyler Alexander Walker.
At this time, the ELHS Senior Choir will sing Eagles Landing High School's Alma Mater. Will the graduates in the audience please stand? Cameron Collins, please make your way to the stage. Thank you. Graduates, you may want to remain standing for this one.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Cameron Collins, and I am this year's senior class president for the class of 2026. First, parents, I want you to please cheer on your graduates to show them how proud you are. Now, graduates, please give yourself a hand. Giving yourself a hand in this moment symbolizes you congratulating yourself for making it through all 4 years at the landing. Whether it was just a breeze or one of your hardest years or a little bit of both, through it all, you did it. It was a long journey, but it went by so quickly. We have had our fair share of arguments and fights, but today we are together and moving on to the next chapter of our lives. Some of us came into high school with a plan for the next chapter of our lives, and some of us are still figuring it out. However, that does not mean that you are any less than the person standing next to you. Remember, everybody has their own story, and you are here today for a reason. Know your value no matter what situation you encounter. Most of us know each other from elementary school as Flippin' Falcons, and a good number of you came along the way and found your place in this big Eagle family. Be thankful that we are here together and given the opportunity to walk this stage today. All this schooling for 12 years and finally reaching a point where, and finally reaching a point, and is a milestone. Finally reaching this point is a milestone and should be something to remember. Of course, we'll have more schooling in the future, but right now, we're in the present and this is all about us. Now, I want you to close your eyes and think about all the key moments that have taught you something throughout your high school career. Now, open them and tell yourself that you are strong and resilient. Everyone sitting here today has persevered and pushed through to the end. You have finally made it, and I am so proud of us. I want there to be one thing that all of you remember from this speech, and that is that you will always come out on the other side. This morning, we are finally stepping into the next chapter beyond these halls. And finally, well, you're already standing, but I want you guys to stay standing and join me as we are transitioning from students attending Eagles Landing High School to graduates of Eagles Landing High School. So now, please grab your tassel from the right and turn it to the left. Congratulations, class of 2026.